כל השונה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. בעזרת השם, today is the 22nd of Av. Today we'll be discussing two mitzvot d'oraita. Mitzvah number 543. Males may not dress like women. And 544, prohibition of taking the mother together with her offspring, the birds. So let's go. The mitzvot are sponsored today. לרפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל ובכללם לחיה בת לאה, יוסף חיים בן מפרד,
חיה בת
נכבדי, חיה בת ראיה, פנחס בן לור. רפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל. אברהם בן רחל, ברטה בת רחל, Ephraim and Mazal, but the condition is you have to listen a little bit. What? Bella bat? Raya? Juliet Esther bat Rachel. Also my friend Sarah Suri bat Rachel Raya. Now, mitzvah number 543, right? שלא ילבשו אנשים מלבושי נשים. Men are not allowed to wear women's clothing. As it says in Devarim, chapter 22, pasuk 5, a man is prohibited completely ever to put on clothing of a woman. As already we explained, the foundation of this mitzvah, and as you could see, the world today is outrageous, where men pretend to be calling themselves women, and they call themselves trends, whatever they call themselves, nonsense. The people belong in the nut house. They should be put in a nut house. Anybody who claims that he's a woman should be immediately taken to a nut house and not evaluated, and needs a lot of medication. It's an unfortunate situation. Or there is another, which is another aspect, another theory, not conspiracy theory, a real theory, is that this man right now are utilizing this despicable behavior of the government promoting it, and men are actually going. There's a lot of stories where boys rape girls, men rape women in bathrooms. That's privately. They go in with the permission, so to speak, of the government endorsement. And the whole purpose of this play is they dress up like women. They go and they trick women. They think they're women. They're friendly, and then they end up jumping on the woman and raping them. And that is exactly the purpose of this mitzvah. Rabbi says over here, the purpose is that there should not be intermingling. Why men are allowed to wear wear women's clothing, and women are not allowed to wear yesterday's mitzvah. Women are allowed to wear men's clothing is in order to prevent this intermingling, and that's the main ikar. Torah knows what they're talking about, and again, all this trends and shmens and all this nonsense, we should immediately put an end to it. And if the person is sick, you know what to do with sick people. We either put them in the nut house or put them against the wall, and and finish. Chalas. The people who are abusive to people, there's only one thing to do to them, is to shut them up with a firing squad. There's nothing else to do. See, that's the thing. Today we became to tolerate. The goyim tolerating today. Oh, you know why he killed? Because his mother abused him. Oh, you know why he killed? Because he was raped by his father. Oh, you know why this and that? No excuses. A goy steals a toothpick. You hear? A goy comes in and steals a toothpick. His punishment, capital punishment, death. The Beit Din, the American court, everybody should become normal and start murdering these criminals. Once you start murdering criminals, this disaster of the world will stop. 7 mitzvot Noach, it doesn't mean just they're commandments. They mean there is a punishment for them, and those are exactly that, capital punishment without any delay. As I say, just told us in Masechta Makot, page 20, Amud Bet, she'en ha'isur v'ha'malkut b'levush levad. Really, the prohibition of getting lashed just by wearing it's not enough. The hu hadin b'tikun shelahem, shekol ha'mitaken atzmo b'tikunin ha'miyuchadim le'nashim chayav malkut. What are we talking about here? A man that just to put on clothing of a woman, he will not get lashed. But if he does what these transgenders do, they start shaving their armpits. Oh, now we're behind issues. They're shaving their armpits. They are cleaning, waxing their facial. They're waxing all around. That's the problem. כגון המלכת השערות לבנות מתוך שחורות בראשו או מזקנו. Another problem is when a man rips out white hairs from his hair. He doesn't want the people to know that he is white. That's women's job. Women are here to beautify themselves, not men. So he goes around and he beautifies himself. וכן הצובע שערותיו כדרך שנשים צובעות אותן, and a man colors his hair. He wants to look young. He wants to look black. Right? He covers his hair black when he's white. Chas v'shalom. Also a problem is included in that. וכן תרגם אונקלוס. So two Unkelus explain, לא יתקן גבר בתיקוני איתתה. And Unkelus explain, a man was not allowed to prepare himself whatever women do to beautify themselves. Waxing, coloring hair, all those things. ומה שאמרו זיכרונם לברכה, שטומטום, והאדרינוגוס אין עוטף ראשו כאישה, ואינו מגלח ראשו כאיש, ואם עשה כן, אינו לוקה. So the question is about androgynous. Androgynous is a person who has a bottom part, and then he has a top part of a woman. So he's a mixture. In this case, what about his hair? What can he do? He's not allowed to shave like a man, and he's not allowed to leave his hair like a woman. What do you do with him? So, but it says if he did either of those, he could choose any one of those behaviors. In that case, Chas v'shalom, then we don't give him lashes. לכן, בכל מקום נותנים עליהם חומרה אברי הנשים והנשים. Okay, we give him anyway the restrictions. ואם עברו, אינם לוקים לפי שהן ספק. The androgynous or people in ספק, they don't get lashed by Beit Din even if they do it after the warning. אבל אם עברו באיסור שאיש ואישה שווים בו בזה, צריך לומר שלוקין עליו. Obviously, all other the prohibitions, either man or woman, a person will be lashed, so to the androgynous. ואת הפרטיה מבוארים במסכת נזיר. So all the mitzvot that are related to the men dressing up as a woman in Masechet Nazir was discussed, and also Perek Sheni Nezirim, okay, Shnei Nezirim, the chapter of Shnei Nezirim. It's on page in Masechet Nazir, page 59, Amud Aleph. V'noheg isur zeh b'chol makom u'b'chol zman b'zecharim. The prohibition of men dressing up like a woman, obviously, it's a constant prohibition at all times, even in Galut, and it obviously depends only on males. ועובר על זה ולבש מלבושי הנשים, או שתיקן עצמו בתיקוני הנשים, כגון שלקת שערות ולבנות מתוך שחורות, או שצבע אפילו שערה אחת חייב מלכות, משילקות אותה, או יצבנה. Okay? Now, if a man rips out white hair, and he gives a warning, we give him a warning, right? Well, he takes out the white hair from the whole beard. No, that's not a problem. It's a cleaning. But he says, over here he takes out the white hair. He doesn't want white hair to be appear. Or he's tovea. He paints his beard black. In order he doesn't want people to see that he's becoming old. Okay? Or he wants his wife to like him. Because she doesn't like white beard men. Yeah. As shalom isur deoraita. He gets lashed 30 days. L'shem shalom bayit. He gets lashed 39 lashes for every warning. Chas v'shalom. Mitzvah number 544. Shelo likach ha'em me'al habanim. So we have a mitzvah of shloch haken. Next mitzvah, 545, is going to discuss how you can fulfill this mitzvah of sending away the bird, the mother. But first we're going to give you a prohibition. When you're going to fulfill this mitzvah, there is a prohibition. Lo tikach em al habanim. It says in the Torah. So right, we're not allowed to take the mother over the children. Ela shenishloch et ha'em. We must send her away. It says in Devarim chapter 22, pasuk vav, Lo tikach ha'em al habanim. It's a prohibition to take a mother over the children. משושי המצווה וקצת דיניה וכל עניינה כתבתי בעשה ו' שבסדר mitzvah number 545. Tomorrow the rabbi is going to give us the explanation. Okay? Which is going to touch it on right now. מצווה לתת אליו ליבנו שהשגחת האל ברוך הוא על בריאותיו בין האדם בפרט. Okay? So one of the main things that somebody got very upset with me 2 weeks ago. I said the wrong thing in the shul 2 weeks ago in Arabit the shul. You know him, you all know him. He's a gingy guy walking around here. He literally gets excited for a bit. So he sat down in my shul, and he says to me, birds and animals have feelings, and therefore we have, a lot of things. I said the wrong thing. I told him you're brainwashed. In reality, he is brainwashed, but you can't tell a person that he's brainwashed. He gets upset. So he got upset with me. So I want to apologize if I see him next time. He told me don't talk to me. So I'm not talking to him. If he gets the message, it's okay. If not, again, still, this is what we're talking about exactly here. The rabbi says here, there is no such a thing as feelings of animals. You can't implant your feelings on humans. Now, somebody told me a talk show. There was a talk show in Europe, and a woman was against the farmers. There was farmers against the new, what they call them? What do they call those people that against
Environmentalists?
Environmentalists, yeah, the Michigan, the Avodah Zarah people.
They want to kill more people.
No, Avodah Zarah. She's like, but the animal's being raped. What do you mean being raped? When they breed the animal, she considered to be raped. You see how far they went already? When the animal is big with another animal, so they could bring a baby. Well, how do you know she likes this one? Like this, mamash, the brainwashing is so sick that they think animals. Right now, there's all over TikTok, all over YouTube. They're gonna show you videos. Oh, but you see, this dog is crying because it's connected to the owner, and now he's crying. Do me a favor. Don't put your emotions on the animals. Do not do that. You're only destroying the importance of a human being. And that's what the rabbi tells you here. The whole point of this mitzvah is HaKadosh Baruch Hu created this world for you, not for an animal. And don't tell me the animals. I have a can in my house, this underarm, from Dove, I think. Underarm. It's called Zero. It says over there, 0 animals were tested on. So on animals they didn't test it, but on humans they do test it. You hear what's going on here? This is sick people. This is the whole idea. It's so the diminishing of humanity. That why they're doing it? Obviously to show you you're nothing. So you'll die. It's not a big deal. That's what they're going to do the whole day, to show you that we're nothing. Chas v'shalom. כמו שכתוב, so the Kadosh Baruch Hu is all כעיניו על כל דרכי איש. Hashem is here. Everything else is secondary. The main thing is a human being in this world. The main thing, and that's where you should be putting all your kohot. This is what you should be concentrating, and this is what you should be elevating. I have a rabbi, my posek. I always fight with him. Why? Every shiur he wants to hit on the men. He wants to hit on the men. The men are bad today. Why are there so many divorces? I already gave a long time ago. I had an argument with my Rosh Yeshiva once, and I proved him that he's wrong. My Rosh Yeshiva says all the divorces there today are from the women, from the men. From the men? Why is it from the men? My men hasakvar. The last 70, 80 years, women change 300. They change 180 degrees, and it's men's fault. Everything. Habibi, that's not the point. Attack men all the time. Attack men. And that's what many Rabbonim think. We're going to attack men and there'll be more shalom bayit. Chas v'shalom. I made more shalom bayit attacking women, and Baruch Hashem, they had more, 5, 6 kids more after I gave them over the head. Why are you pampering this woman? Women are not allowed to be pampered. Take a look what they're doing to their men. Treating them like dogs, treating them like dumb, and now you're going to put them down more and more and more. Chas v'shalom. The whole, everybody should be teaching how important the man is. And that's what Hashem is. He doesn't say, עיני השם אל דרכי אישה. לא כתוב פה איש. הקדוש ברוך הוא values you. There's a reason why you were born a man. Not חס ושלום means nothing. חס ושלום, we're not saying to a woman is nothing. חס ושלום. But again, there is, הקדוש ברוך הוא created a woman and created a man. They're two different worlds. A woman is one thing, a man is another thing. But to put down men all the time, and that's the goyim doing it. So I tell my Rav, why are you putting men all the time down? Every drasha. I love the man. He's a tzaddik. Every time he goes against me, but it's okay. That's what I said to Hashem. I said, you tell me what you want through him. Finish. The holy man. Tzaddik, Rab David Navarro, always goes against me. But at least, come on. How are you going to put down men all the time? How are you going to? So in my drashot, I elevate men. Other rabbi. So his drashot, he puts down the men. I put the men up because Hashem is always looking at you. So he didn't create animals before for us to watch them, pamper them. It's halacha asur. Yesterday we discussed this. You cannot have animals in your house. It's not against halacha. You cannot touch them on Shabbat. Somebody asked me, what can I do? Here's a famous question. Probably in Florida it's the most famous question, and I'm sure they found heterim. Can you be michalel Shabbat on a dog who's dying on Shabbat? Call the doctor, go to the veterinarian, take a dog on Shabbat. You hear the question? איזה צער בעלי חיים? חס ושלום. חס ושלום. לחלל Shabbat on a dog? What kind of even question that is? No, but that's the question. No, it's not. It's not. You're not doing it. Habibi, you don't break Shabbat for the animals. Huh?
not killed. And
How about if I told you a goy you're not allowed to mechalel Shabbat to heal him? How about that? A goy is chilul Shabbat unless you're a doctor. Yeah, unless you're a doctor, you're obligated to cure a goy not because it's chovah, because of we're afraid that they're not going to cure Jewish people. That's why all the doctors are there in America to work, because we're afraid that they're not going to heal our people. But in reality, halacha is asur to mechalel Shabbat al goy. What do you think? What's his name in Yerushalayim or in some offshoot city in Israel? They have a bombing attack in a bar on Friday night. The mitaskim lo rotzim lavo unless they give them halachot. There's Jewish people there. There's a lot of big problems there, of course. And so, mechalel Shabbat al goy, chas v'shalom. Now you're telling me a dog? I'm sure there's rabbis here in Florida. They'll kill me. They'll say, Rabbi Sofer, like you with them. What's about tzar b'chaim? What should I do? The dog is having a heart attack. What should I do now? I'm going to take the dog to the veterinarian on Shabbat.
How the Torah say you have first to feed your dog first?
First you feed your dog because that's our obligation. The chovah. It's not tzar b'chaim. You have a chiyuv to give him food because it's enough show. He's relying on you to give him food. Over there was relying. So the next question was, what about if a person has a support dog, right? What about the support dog? And he gave you the support dog, and he went away for a trip for a week, right? He went on vacation, or whatever, for 2-3 days, a trap. And you now monitoring this dog on Shabbat, the dog has a heart attack. Can you take him to the veterinarian you're saving a human being, right? Support him. So I answered that very simple. The guy left the dog for a week, it's not so supportive. If he could be without a dog, it's also okay. This kind of question, how do we even get this question? I tell you why. Because we grew up, cartoons all day, cartoons, animals talk, animals have feelings, so now we are meshvim animals like humans. And this mitzvah is telling you not, chas v'shalom, ha'omer, the Gemara says, anybody says, Hashem merachem alaem. Why does it? Mishatkim oto, chas v'shalom. You're not allowed to say the reason why Hashem told us not to take the mother because Hashem wants to have mercy on animals. Chas v'shalom doesn't work. Because if you have mercy on animals, you see, emet, Torah emet is, if you're going to have mercy on animals, then you cannot shech them. Then it's avodah zarah. This whole business of vegetarians, mamash avodah zarah. Yeah. Not any animals because you're afraid for the animals. You're not kavod animals. What kavod? Hashem told you. Then you're not going to do korbanot. Then the whole Torah is garbage for this kind of people.
Yeah.
Rahman chas v'shalom. Chas v'shalom. There is no such a business.
They're basically saying that Hashem is not merciful, but
that's right. But Hashem is merciful on what He created you for. You know why He created animals? For you to be sustained. And sustained to stay alive.
For the meat.
You will stay alive, whatever it is. That's your kochot. What your kochot are? B'sham debarno gam ken. Oh, by the way, some people say the before Mabul they didn't eat meat. You know that, right? What? The generation before Mabul they didn't eat meat. Okay. And by the way, so now they're saying that's why they lived 1,000 years. People lived 900 years, right? Because they didn't eat meat. What happened after Mabul? After Mabul, now they're allowed to get meat. So that some geniuses come and say, you see, the meat is not healthy. People are dying early. Chas v'shalom. Nothing can be further from the truth. What was happening before Mabul? You know what was happening? What was happening before Mabul? Everything was free. Imagine this. Adam HaRishon davened for one rain. That rain fed the whole world. One rain fed the whole world for 1,600 years. Fruits and vegetables were sitting on the ground, never rotted. Nothing in the world rotted. Can you imagine what kind of world there was? Mebor Mabul, the world was so good, everything was nurtured. Everything was given. And Hashem says, no, chalas. You know how many wars they had before Noah? How many wars they had?
0.
Do you know how many people were in the world? I made a cheshbon. Minimum 10 trillion people were in this world.
They used to kill people there.
No such a thing. No such a thing. It's drashim. No, Hamas doesn't mean that. Hamas, if you take a look all over, the Tehillim has a lot of, the word Hamas over there was just to do le'achis. Le'achis, the whole thing was doing le'achis to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Everything was granted. You think we have iPhone today? In those days, before Mabul, they had flying cars. That was like a little baby, 2-year-old driving. Of course. They had everything. The world was so advanced. Just think about it. Just in the last 150 years, what's the prosperity of America? You will have salvation. You have menuchat nefesh. You could start thinking of things. You could create things. In 1600 years, no wars. Everybody was born a genius. The whole Torah was already, boom, programmed into him. It was guaranteed. Adam Arishon, everybody knew Torah. That's why the Dor Mabul, אין לו חלק גדול בא.
באותה תקופה, למה...
חמאס, להחיץ. זה היה כל העניין של להחיץ.
יש לך את פרשת נוח.
That's right.
בתשובה.
No, that's the whole point. It was להחיץ, to do just a purpose. Just to go against. Because Ajur Bisilis. So now, what happened after Mabul, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave a new thing. New concept. He gave the Eitz Harara to start wars. Start wars. And they started wars. That was the first war with Avraham Avinu were there. 5 and 4 kings. That was the first war. How many people died in that first war? Soldiers. 2.7 billion people. Just soldiers. Can you imagine in 360 years from Noah until the war, how many people were born? 540 billion people. 0.5% will be 2.7 trillion to 2.7 billion soldiers. Just in that case, in that time. Don't believe this nonsense. Again, this whole goyim right now, 8 billion people in the world, it's a joke. It's over 100 billion for sure.
Today?
Right now, for sure. Not possible otherwise. Even probably much more. Because according to Arizal, Arizal said very simple. Each one of us is going to have 2,800 servants. So, let's say 100 million Jews say, Mechayem Etim. Hashem is not going to bring Mechayem Etim goyim. Why would he do that? Why? What's the chut? 5 million Jews, you need 14 billion.
You want to say that the rest of the nation are illegal people, that we don't count them, we don't know him?
They don't know. It's all a lie, what they're telling you.
What do you say?
They're lying to you.
No, legal is 8 million.
That's not true. It's a lie. It's a lie. Again, the same thing mitzvah, same avirah. The goy wants to show you you're not important. The whole point is, this generation, they want to show you have zero importance. You're not important. And that's why they diminish you. Men is not important, they should less like women. And the whole everything is against Hashem, and specifically how they're going to take Hashem by telling you you're not important. Okay, let's just finish mitzvah. ושם דיברנו גם כן על החלב הזה שהוא ניתק לעשה, דשלח, okay, so now, this avirah, let's say somebody took the mother, the rabbi says you could send it away, you could fix the avirah. How do you fix it? You send away the mother. If you send away the mother, then you fix the avirah. And that's HaKadosh Baruch Hu has many such mitzvot. He tells you a prohibition, and then he tells you how to fix the avirah. Many times, and this is one of them, where let's say somebody took the mother, he doesn't get lashed if he sends the mother away, and therefore this mitzvah is obviously today. I did the mitzvah shluch haken, and Baruch Hashem, many people could do it today, and have a wonderful day if you have to go to work, and make a lot of money without any headaches.